Hi Cancer, my name's Leona from Supra Conscioussoul, and this is your July love reading. So I've laid out some oracle cards just to see where we are, and now we're going to take out your main reading cards. So love, Cancer, what do you need to know for the highest good of all? For the highest good of all, Spirit. Thank you. Sun, Moon and Rising, Cancer. What do you need to know? What has love got in store for Cancer in July? There we go. So, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Moon card. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 7 of Cups. The World card. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So, underneath the deck we have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is about communication. It's about messages coming in fast. It's about falling in love fast as well. It's about moving up in terms of your growth in terms of love. So you're moving up to the next stage, let's say. So it's like an evolution in terms of love. But it is the falling in love card. It talks about communication happening really fast in terms of love. It could be that for a lot of you, you fell in love quite quickly. So you're at this stage. Or it could be that a message comes in and you reunite, and so you're putting your energy back into something again where it was taken away before for some of you. So we also have Rose Quartz. This is the card or the crystal of love and of healing. It talks about unconditional love, peace, romantic love, trust and harmony. So it's a very loving month for you guys. Either you're going through a process of healing in terms of love, or you're calling in a new relationship. You're calling in new beginnings in love. However, you do have calling in your soulmate. So this is interesting. It says your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you back together, or help bring you together, sorry, which we see as well in the 8 of Wands. So your first card is the Ace of Cups. This talks about, this is coming in from the past, and it talks about making an offer, or somebody making an offer to you. This is an offer of love. This is an offer of romance. This is an offer of emotional commitment to somebody. It could be the birth of a child. It could be the conception of a child for some of you. It's a very high fertility, very mothering, very receptive energy. Somebody is being guided to make you an offer here as well, because we have the moon influence in that. What's interesting is that the moon is underneath. And as you can see here, in this card we have these, they're being guided by the moon or controlled by the moon. Their emotions, their receptivity, it's like they're just being called into a relationship. They're being called into union, perhaps, for some of you, and that could be the falling in love fast as well. We have the World card. So I feel like for some of you, this kind of brings the end to certain cycles, yeah? It's the completion of a certain phase of your life. It kind of marks the change of a new start. It also, I feel like for a lot of you, it's the first time you're able to kind of show your vulnerability, or it's like also it's about having healthy boundaries here. Because she's very vulnerable in the center there, but she has these healthy boundaries. It's also about all the 4 elements coming together to complete a cycle, to finish a phase. And the moon is about phases as well. This could also be Pisces or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well, because we have a lot of water energy. But it's talking about opening yourselves up to the emotions, opening yourselves up to the intuitive kind of synchronicities, the nudges that you're getting, the dreams, just those little instincts. It's like it's pushing you to complete a phase. You then go on to the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Seven of Pentacles is about the effort that you're having to put into something. So it's about, you're seeing whether you've nurtured it, whether it's going to pay off. You're looking and waiting as to see whether this energy that you've put into it is going to grow through. You could be a little bit kind of, you know, it's like trepidation. It's like you're waiting to see if there's a payoff. You're waiting to see if you've put enough blood and effort into this. It's like you're putting your blood and energy into this for a lot of you. But there is kind of some doubts as to whether you can take this further for a lot of you, or you're putting some doubts as to whether what it's going to yield. It's like you're worrying about what it's going to yield. Although there is a release, there's a release in some way. So it's a release of feeling like you've been doing things yourself, or it's a release of feeling like you're having to carry everybody's burdens. You're being asked to kind of release what's not yours as well with this energy. Don't allow yourselves to carry other people's burdens there. It's about yeah, allowing yourself to delegate within the relationship, making sure that the relationship is balanced. But I feel like, because this is a 7, it's come from the 6 of Pentacles, which is a kind of balanced place. There could be some worries about finances or boundaries here, because it's the 4 of Pentacles. It's like you can't take it with you. There could be some problems in terms of maybe not wanting to release something to the other person. Yeah, maybe it's like not wanting to release something, not wanting to, because that's in the center. Or this relationship's come in and it has released something from you, and now you're kind of at this place where you're putting your energy into something and you're starting to grow. It's like you're at that next stage. You've evaluated, you've gone past the 6, now you're at the 7, and you're like, yeah, am I doing this right? Is this, are we putting the right things in this relationship to make it work as well? Are we delegating fairly as well? There could be some, yeah, some control issues over boundaries. Somebody's overstepping boundaries, maybe giving somebody else too much of their stuff to do, or their stuff to carry. You're being asked to release some of that, to release it back to them, and to put up your healthy boundaries. For some of you, you're being told that it's like you're gauging, you're gauging how much blood you're putting in and how much is kind of being spilt out. You're looking to see whether it can be made into something bigger. But I do feel like it is, because you have the 10 of Pentacles. Now the 10 of Pentacles is that 7 has suddenly now grown to a 10. So this is about solidarity. This is about stability. Yeah, so there could be a phase where you're going through, where you're kind of balancing out whose issues are whose, or who's got to carry what, or there's a case of for a lot of you here, we also have finances and career. So it says financial issues are a factor in your love life now. So we see that with the 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah, but I feel like they get released because you're now working towards something together. Yeah, here. And it's like, it could be that you're putting your blood and your energy into this, your effort and your energy. And then you do get the 7. So it's like whatever's financial between you guys gets released. Yeah. We also have the 7 of Cups. Now the 7 of Cups is about emotions, and it's in this deck it's about feeling like the other person's your muse in a way. It's like, are you putting more into the other person than into yourself? Yeah. And this is about allowing other people to be critical of us, or it's about feeling like we're feeling a little bit defensive. You could be feeling a little bit defensive emotionally. But it's about it's about you feeling like the other person is kind of on a pedestal. They're your muse, your muse. You're putting all of your focus and all of your energy into them in a way. And it's kind of like you're a little bit distracted as well. This could be a bit critical as well. It can be somebody who's a bit demanding. But we do have stability within the home and within the finances. You're being called as well to open your heart to love. This card's been kind of following me around a lot lately. We have Jesus, not a bad card to follow you around, I guess. So it's saying open your heart to love. So it's about allowing others in emotionally, but without overgiving of yourself, without them becoming delusional as well, with the Seven of Cups. Yeah, because the Page of Swords could be all your energy is being projected onto them, and you're not focusing on what you need to do as well, for some of you. You also, in terms of your oracle cards, you got actually, from your past life influence, you got authority figures. So this is saying that there could be somebody who, it's almost like you're giving your authority away to them in a sense, or you're not claiming your authority. This card warns that you can get into a kind of helplessness where you don't challenge somebody else's authority, so you just kind of take it on as yourself. It's about needing to have a sense of self-love and kind of self-focus as well, not putting all your energy into somebody else, kind of having that balance within the relationship, opening your heart, but while remaining, so that means it's like, oh, so for some of you, I'm getting that you could be triggered, like you're feeling like they're taking all of control over you. So it can trigger some emotions for some of you, and you're being asked to remain open while you go through this healing phase, because we did have the rose quartz as well, talks about healing. You also had, I said you had calling in your soulmate as well, and finances and career. So for a lot of you, you are calling in this relationship. You are calling in something that helps to complete a phase in your life. There could be a few rocky patches, but what relationships are not rocky? I feel like for some of you, there'll be these triggers. We also got 12 as well from the King Solomon Oracle. And this also talks about authority, control. It talks about you needing to take control. It talks about that even if you feel like, for some of you, even if you feel like somebody is trying to sabotage you, it talks about making a bold decision. It talks about still going ahead and making your bold choice. So in other words, taking control of yourself, even if other people are trying to, or if it feels like other people are trying to sabotage or dominate a situation in some way to kind of change the way it's going. It's asking you to take self-control, not take everything that they're doing, not to take all the burden on yourself, not to burden yourself in terms of energy where you're feeling like their energy's overburdening you. Is to release some of that burden this month. You also got 28, which is the card of blocks. It talks about things not kind of working out as you want them to, or it can talk about feeling like there's blocks. However, in terms of this, next to this card, it's saying that even if you do feel like they're trying to block you or put a veil over you or kind of stifle you in some way, it's about you taking your own authority and taking leadership, but not in a triggered way, not in a past life way, because this could be past life sense where that's kind of triggering you. It's about staying open but still having that self-love and that self-assurance. So I really do hope this has helped, Cancer. Happy birthday for this month. Take care, stay blessed. If you'd like to give me some energy back, you can like, share and subscribe. I would truly appreciate that. Thank you to those that have already. Take care, stay blessed. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.